Good morning, everyone. I'm Vincent Devall with Eagle Homes Teams and Coldwell Banker.
And I'm Brad Brewer, and of course we're here like we normally are, but we have a guest today, and we're actually at a different location. We are, of course, at Buzz Wine Bar, which we've been here before, but it's been a bit. Yeah. We're, of course, joined by Melissa Smith, one of the fabulous owners, along with Kenny Rogers and Mark. And today we're going to be talking about local motion, along with the upcoming wine walk that is this coming weekend in downtown Burlington, right?
It's in September.
Oh, it's in September, excuse me.
September
Right, sorry, that's right. That's right, because I keep trying to be talked into participating, and I'm a maybe. I'm a hard maybe.
Hard maybe on wine? That seems unrealistic.
There's something like that. But anyway, what is the actual date? So
September 27th, Saturday, September 27th, 12 to 4. Wine Walk in Burlington. It's a new event this year. It is in support of the Local Motion Fund, which was started by Tim Sullivan and Bo Daly, and we'll talk about that. Tickets are $50. Okay. They're available through Experience Burlington on their website. We probably have about 50 to 60 spots left, so we've sold over 100. 12 different locations to taste wine, plus 7 different food stops to get a little bite to snack on, archives, Flippies, Napoli, Brunelli's, a few others. We're going to provide a little bite along with your 12 different pours, shopping, and a fun day.
Is it all through downtown Burlington here?
Yeah, it's all through downtown. Check-in will be at Buzz from 10 to 12, and then tasting starts through all of the different shops. There's 12 locations. Everyone's going to have specials. You'll get a pour. Buzz have selected all of the wines, with the exception of what Provisions is going to be pouring because they have their own selection, so they'll pour one of theirs. All of the wines will be dry, so there's other wine walks in Burlington that have kind of leaned towards the sweet wines. So since Provisions and I are choosing the wines, we're doing all of the dry wines this time. So a lot of people will say, oh, I don't like sweet wines. Well, then this is your wine walk. They'll be all dry wines. It'll be all very nice wines from around the world, and we'll taste 3 of them.
Okay.
So let's first, with the wine walk, and we can provide a link, is the best way to sign up online?
Yeah.
Through one of the businesses, how should we sign up?
Best way to sign up is through Experience Burlington. Okay. They, tickets are all available there. We'll have all the information on it, timing. Check-in will be here, and then we just walk around town.
Is everybody starting at the same place, or can
when you sign up, you can sign up with a group, say how many people are in your group, and then we'll stagger your start just so we don't kind of inundate every business with here's 180 people all at once. So we'll just
can you get multiple pours? Can you make the lap as many times as you want, or is there a punch card that says you've already?
There's not a punch card. The pour will be probably like at least 2 ounces, so it'll be a nice size pour, a good size taste, give you enough time to walk around. We're trying to not be too strict. We want people to enjoy actually being in the shops and shop and explore some of the businesses that they might not have been to. Your glass, it's going to be a stemless glass, the stemless 12-ounce glass, so cut the stem off this. The glass is sponsored by Josette Jewelry, which is right across the street from here. Okay. So she's one of the locations.
So people shop at some of those stores. It's not going to be a speed tasting?
Not a speed tasting. You'll shop and then stop and get a bite to eat. Lo Daily is going to have Los Compadres over in their outdoor area, and they'll also be tasting their beer, which kind of started this whole Local Motion Fund. Which,
by the way, we're going to taste some of the wines and some of the beer this morning. So
9 a.m. on Monday morning. No better we get started.
I like drinking on a Monday. A Monday morning at that.
Drink all day. You don't start early.
So you mentioned Josette's, Provisions. What are some of the other local businesses that will be Lo Daily? That will be Brunelli's? What are some of the other ones?
There's 12 locations that are going to be pouring the wine. We have Blueberries, Coats and Cotton, Josette, Itson's, I believe, the Jewelry Center, Lemon Again, which is the new resale spot right on the other side of Milwaukee, Rosebud, Chic Unique, Burlington Menswear. I don't know if I got them all.
You're close.
I'll walk the area, and then 7 food locations: Brunelli's, Flippies, Zampanos, Napoli, Archives. Lo Daily will have Los Compadres and Main Event.
Okay, so only about a couple blocks.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
So
very walkable, very easy to do within the 4 hours, and again, check-in starts at 10, so you can come down.
So take your time.
Yeah.
enjoy.
Will the main street here be closed off?
No, the street will be
Okay.
closed, yeah.
So be safe when you're out there, because
Yeah.
our drivers.
Yeah.
Are the safest out there.
It can be, it's, Pine Street's busy, yeah.
So, we talked about local motion. What is local motion?
Yep. So local motion.
We know it's a beer.
Yeah, so a couple things. So to first start out, in 2026, I think a lot of people know this, but Pine Street from Milwaukee down to Jefferson and then a chunk of Chestnut will be under construction. It's gonna be torn up from our door to their door, all the way across the street. Limited access. It's a utility project that just has to happen, and it's gonna be in 2026. The businesses are already anticipating that we'll have less foot traffic and things will be slower. Because Tim Sullivan is a wonderful person. He actually, that chunk of Pine Street isn't even impacted. I'm sure he'll be impacted just because all of Burlington will be.
Right.
But he brewed this amazing beer. It's an amber beer, and if you want to try it, we can.
Yeah, I think we should.
So
we are
poured
going
it.
to.
Yeah. So cheers.
Cheers.
Way
Cheers
to get the tasting started.
Yeah.
So it's an amber?
It's an amber ale. I think it's 5.6%.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really nice, especially for fall. He brewed this beer, called it Local Motion, and the profits go towards a fund that he created called the Local Motion Fund. And during this construction, the businesses that are impacted and are having a hard time can apply for funding to help kind of close some of the gaps that they might have. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. On the front of the beer, it says a hometown beer for hometown cheer. And then it looks like someone holding up like a heart sign and a Sasquatch, I'm not sure. So, and the Sasquatch is saying, I like it.
It's an adorable logo.
It really is.
Yeah.
They did a very good job with it. So,
Yeah, he's got bracelets, I think he's got shirts coming. So all the profits go towards this fund. It's not only just available at Low Daily, Fred's has it. I have it in cans. I had Geneva Tap House it in Lake Geneva, so kind of all over Southeast Wisconsin, because Low Daily has really great distribution in the area.
Yeah, yep.
So supported and represented kind of across the area.
So for those that are beer lovers, by the way,
Yeah.
I'll give my little beer notes, I guess. For those that like a dark beer typically tends to be heavy. It's actually not.
It's not.
It definitely is an ale. It's got a little darker color than I think a lot of ales have, or at least some ales, but it's actually very light, but a lot of flavor packed in there.
And they are on Untapped too. I think they have like a 4.5 star rating on Untapped for beer drinkers if they use that app.
Okay.
So check into Low Daily, check into Local Motion on your apps.
So construction starting in 2026. Do we have an idea? Like we're talking spring, fall.
So have
they kind of?
Yeah, we've been
laid
meeting
the ground on
with the
that?
city and with the consultant company. They've said 3 months. So as soon as weather permits it, they would start it, and then they estimate 3 months. We're kind of, as the business owners, we're kind of thinking, it's probably going to be March to September, right? Like as soon as they can tear it up, and then who knows what happens.
It's never, if they say 3 months, it's
Yeah.
always 6 months, 9 months, or like.
Weather
This is
delays,
fine,
other things with
Project never gonna
projects can just take longer. So I think that's smart to.
Yeah, so we're all kind of thinking it's going to be a little bit longer.
So are they, when they, obviously it's a great opportunity for them to kind of revamp some of the parking downtown, things like that, sidewalks. Are they tearing up the sidewalks too, or are they?
Yeah, so from doorway to
Doorway,
doorway,
okay.
the whole thing, there's some utility work that needs to happen, and then they'll replace it down. It'll look very similar to what it looks like
Okay.
now, just with a curbless edge. So instead of the hard
Yep.
edge, it'll be more of just a softer
Soft,
angle.
kind of a little more wheelchair, handicap accessible
Yeah,
type deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any directional changes, or they stick to just
No.
kind of what we have? So,
yeah, just kind of
But
exactly what we
But
have.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of signs out, because there's gonna be, for while those stairs are shut down, a change of flow.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna.
Yeah, definitely. During the construction period, we're not sure what that looks like, if it's gonna be chunks, like sections, or if it'll be the whole thing all at once. I'm assuming it'll be the whole thing all at once, it'll just be the fastest and I think the most cost effective for the city. But we won't know until next year. But there will be signage.
Yeah. The good news is, I think a lot of the businesses, especially on your side of the street, does have back entrances
Yeah.
that the customers will be able to use.
Yep.
The ones in the corner of Milwaukee, and then I'm not sure if all the buildings, but I know a number of the buildings that are impacted do have a side or rear entrance that I think.
Yeah, most of us do have access through the back via an alley or a parking lot. There's just a few in the center, right here on Pine Street that don't really have that.
Okay.
So.
Is the city, are you aware of, they made any, that's gonna take away some of our downtown parking for that time period as well.
Yes.
Are there gonna be signs up saying, here's flow of recommended parking?
Yeah.
Because we have the parking structure, by the way.
Yeah.
It's right downtown on those backsides, so I think the parking structure is gonna see more traffic than normally. I hope.
Yeah, and actually as an outcome of after this project, there is a whole signage initiative for the city. You'll still see the Chocolate Fest signs up and the Chocolate City signs up. So they are rebranding, getting all new signage across all of the city, and that'll come once construction is done with, parking and wayfinding signs to public parking, the pool, the library, Buzz Wine Bar, all the important places in town.
Love it. And for those that don't know, where is Buzz Wine Bar located?
Oh, we are located right at the corner of Pine and Milwaukee. We are next to Fred's Burgers. Everyone seems to know Fred's Burgers.
Yep.
So yeah, we're right at the corner, across the street from Brulinolis, across the street from the Eagle Homes Realty. We have a great little corner.
Great little location, yeah.
High visibility, great little corner.
Yeah.
And
So-
if you can also identify, Melissa's got the new chairs, the umbrellas
Yeah.
that are to the outside.
Yeah.
Umbrellas are down today, we're not officially open today, but you
Our
can,
beautiful yellow.
your yellow is
Can't miss it.
very identifiable, that's for sure. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, so jumping into some of these wines that we're gonna
Yeah.
be tasting,
Yeah, so Wine Walk, so all the funding from the Wine Walk is going to go into this local motion fund. So kind of just another way to help raise money for the businesses that are gonna be impacted. We have someone who sponsored the glass, so Josette, Jessica owns Josette, she sponsored the glass, so that's great, because it's just more money into the fund. And then we're looking for a sponsor for our print, so we'll print out a little map with some tasting notes for everything, so if anyone would like to sponsor
Is that a hint? I think that's a
Just,
hint.
I don't know if you guys are
Hint, hint.
interested.
we'll talk about that off camera.
Okay. But yeah, and then all the wines. So we can taste the 3 of them. I just brought in 3 different ones. We have a white blend from France. We have a Primitivo from Italy, and then we have a Grenache from Spain.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna comment here because I know your current selection pretty well.
yeah,
These do not look like
They are
anything that
not.
you currently have in stock. So for those that are regular Buzz Wine Bar patrons, like myself, you are not gonna be tasting stuff that you've had here normally. So it's a nice switch, which is.
I thought we were getting 2 ounce pour.
we have 3 whole bottles to drink, so and beer. So
This is from the guy who's so
Sorry.
concerned about Monday morning drinking. I don't know why. But yeah. So, all right. So
So what's this first one?
So first up is a white blend from France. If you've been in Buzz, you may have had our red blend. This is the sister wine. So it's the Owl Collection. It's a blend of Chenin Blanc and Chardonnay, which are local to the Loire Valley. High acid, so you're gonna get a lot of green fruit notes, green apples, limes. Yeah, you'll probably taste it in the back of your mouth. Goes great with chicken and fish and like a soft like a goat cheese. Just really crisp, easy to drink.
Really,
Super
very
light,
easy
yeah.
to drink.
I mean,
And I'll be honest, I am not a wine drinker. So if I say it's easy, then
Yeah.
there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
So why we have a box of unopened wine beers still at the office?
Yeah, where's that at, by the way?
A box?
So, it's like 2 bottles.
Back by
Oh.
our kitchen. That
Like a box filled with wine or like a box of wine?
Box filled with wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No shame
No.
in the box
So-
wine game.
He's definitely not a regular wine. You can drink it, but not regularly.
No, and what's funny is I was in the office today and I was like, where'd all that crap go? I had said by the back door that I was supposed to take.
That's in the closet.
Okay. Firewood, a couple other things.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why we have firewood.
That's a different episode.
Yeah.
We'll talk about firewood another time. By the way, we were supposed to have Eric, one of your wonderful part-time bartenders, who's a sommelier. For those who know, sommeliers, of course, wine experts, I guess, they know.
Studying wine.
They study
Yeah.
wine. But unfortunately, kid duty called for Eric. He's got what was Lincoln?
Lincoln is 9 months.
Like, yeah,
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
So
Thanksgiving.
father duty called this morning, but maybe we'll have Eric on because he was gonna go over basically how to taste different wines, how to look at good wine buys. You know, because there's a big price range. I mean, you could get
There is.
you can get a $5 bottle of wine, you can get hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars of bottles of wine. I'm sure there's even more than that, but you know, beyond my price range. But this is really good. You can definitely taste the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, this one's really nice.
Is this a wine that you'll eventually carry?
We
or-
could, yeah,
Okay.
we could. So that's also nice. When we do events like this, it gives us a nice pulse for what do people like, because during the wine walk, you can taste everything, and then you can come back and you can order from us. So if you taste something that you love, what was it?
What were the fruits again?
So it's Chenin Blanc and Chardonnay is the blend of wine.
Okay.
And then you should get like the green fruits, like green
Yeah.
apple.
Getting
That's right.
that's what I thought I was getting.
Yeah.
Green apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like green apples, so that's
Yeah.
why this one fits well.
Yeah. The green apples. That green apple really stands out. And you're right. It's right when you kind of swallow it that you.
Yeah.
Back of the, like you said, back of the tongue.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I passed.
Good. Glad you like
Step
that.
one, done.
Yeah, so
Sick.
that's one of the whites.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the next one is the Primitivo. So from Italy, northern Italy. Primitivo is Zinfandel. So a lot of grapes have the same name, just in different countries. So Primitivo is basically just Zinfandel.
Okay.
Yep, so on this one, you're gonna get red and purple fruit, so not grape, well, grapes, but currants, berries, cherries,
Plums. That's
plums,
purple.
yeah,
So
Red.
little bit,
if I recall, Melissa, by the way.
Yeah.
And you'll do this better than me. I know it, but it's been a while. There's like a 5 to 6 step process to actually taste the wine.
sure.
What I can never remember what
Yeah.
they are. I always
Well,
swirl it,
Melissa's
smell
like,
it.
yeah, me neither.
I always swirl
When
it,
you
smell
smell
it.
it, yeah, sort of smell it, look at it,
Look
and
at
then
it,
it's usually, and like, don't do this because I'm looking at a black ceiling, so I can't see anything, but
Right.
you can hold it up to a white piece of paper.
Okay.
And definitely see the difference. Somebody was in over the weekend and he said he liked Pinot Noir and she said she liked Cab, so I gave him a little sample of each one. And they were like, which one's which? And I was like, well, hold it against the white menu because the Pinot is so much lighter than the Cab. And they were like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, it's just one of the ways you can
Yeah.
kind of see. And then you can aerate it in your mouth, do the just to add a little bit more oxygen to it to open it up. And then I like to taste it. It's usually like 2 or 3 sips before. I think that's similar with bourbon too. 2 or 3 sips to get kind of the full palate. Yeah.
Before you slam it.
Yeah, before I.
Before it's like, throw it back, guys, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one is, you get the purple fruits and then so all of these wines are dry in that there isn't added sugar and they're not sweet. This is not dry in that it has very light tannins. So tannins, when you hear someone talk about tannins, that is the feeling in your mouth. So if something has high tannins, your mouth feels really dry when you drink it. Like the Cab has high tannins, or some of the Italians, like the Montepulciano, like it feels like there's cotton all in your mouth.
Yeah.
So this has low tannins.
Okay. So this has
They're
lower
very
tannins than this one.
White ones, we usually don't talk about tannins,
Okay.
usually like acid, but the reds you talk about tannins. So you'll see the next one is higher tannins. So your mouth will feel drier after you drink it.
Interesting.
Yeah. This one's really nice. You could even chill this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this just goes great. This is like a great like pizza, pasta, like an aged cheese, like a Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
It's all mixed up really well with this one.
I wasn't hungry until she just said that. Now I'm really hungry.
Aged cheese did it for you, or the pizza and the pasta?
Well, earlier with goat cheese, now she's talking about pizza. I had pizza with one the other night for dinner. It was great.
Was it your frozen pizza?
It was frozen pizza. Hey,
I was just
I
wondering.
didn't want to leave the house. I had to work with what I had.
What type of frozen pizza was it?
It was a Red Baron, crispy crust. That's what I like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that I like the New York style, where you can, fold it over and eat it.
I'm a big fan of lots of matzo.
Lots of matzah.
Lots of pizzas. Yes.
So Mark and I did right before COVID, Mark and I went to but Mark and I went to, before we were dating officially, we went to New York and did a whole peace trip.
Okay.
So fun. We followed Dave Portnoy's One Bite app, hit all of like probably 10 to 12 places in a couple days. It's so fun, such delicious pizza. But then during COVID, he started doing frozen pizza reviews.
Mhm.
Hilarious. But La Mazza, he ranked really high. We hadn't had it because it wasn't in Chicago.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
And now it's
focused on
like,
that
I
one.
remember
Yeah.
lots of matzo when it first like hit the
Yeah.
market, you can get it for like $3-4 for
Yeah.
a pizza. Now it's like $8, $10, $12
Yeah.
for one pizza.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's ridiculous.
I
It's like
haven't- I haven't
Tito's.
had it.
It's like
pretty good.
Tito's vodka. Tito's vodka years ago used to be really cheap off the shelf, and then it's taken off, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
it's like the vodka, everything's.
So the golf course can charge, what, $12 for a shot?
A 1.5 ounce shot, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, yeah, golf course markup, no offense to golf course.
Yeah.
Uh,
Captive audience.
I really drink.
We have nowhere else to go when we're out there. This is very good.
So, if you were to buy these bottles, thinking about these bottles, what's about the average price range that we're looking at?
Between $25 to $35.
Okay, so-
And then, for the wine walk, we'll probably do a special,
Okay.
on all of them.
So if they order 6 bottles,
Yeah.
you get them for 120 instead of 150 or something.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to save you guys money.
Yeah, we have to work through all that. But yeah, so that's generally our price point. We're not a big buy something, mark it up just to mark it down. Like when you go to the grocery store, you'll see something that's $30 and it's on sale for 15, and then buy 6 and you get 10% off.
I call it the Kohl's theory.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Bed Bath and
Yeah,
Beyond,
like
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
we
Bath and
rather-
Body Works.
yeah.
For Christmas.
we'd rather you come in, try something nice, and then that's what you like, and it's a good wine. I've never had a hangover or been sick from any of our wines. Most
She
of the
doesn't
things,
drink enough then.
most of the things that we carry, not true. Most of the things we carry are organic, sustainable. There are not a lot of additives. We actually have some sweet wines in right now, which generally the sweet wines are putting in artificial flavors,
Right.
colorings. These are just, they start with a very nice French sparkling wine, and they add macerated fruit to get the sweet and the flavor, and they're lovely. Some wines will add like oak chips instead of spending the time to put them in oak barrels, so we try to stay away from that. Most of the wines we carry are not name brands, so you won't find these at the grocery store
Right.
or even at other places in town. There's so much wine in the world, we try to not overlap because we want people to have different experiences.
You and I had this
Yeah.
conversation, by the way, the other
Yeah.
day about you really, look, I don't want to call it way out. There's places, not just bars and stuff, that they'll mark stuff up.
Oh,
to
yeah.
mark it down,
Yeah,
and you really don't
the
do that.
grocery, yeah, the grocery store,
And,
yeah.
and I was gonna say before you said it, but when I look at your menu, yeah, your probably average bottle price comes around $35. I know the Prisoner's
Yeah,
higher up, but you're still a lot less than other bars. that
Yeah.
carry Prisoner, by the way.
yeah, we want people to have the wine, experience wine, have a nice time with it, and
Right.
maybe find something new. Most of our wines are very small, family-owned wineries. So you know, we mentioned the Prisoner. It's the one brand name brand that we have because people like it. But generally, we don't have Kim Crawford. We don't have Chateau Ste. Michelle. We don't have Naomi. Those guys make, 2 million cases. I think Naomi's 1.5 million cases of their Pinot Noir. These guys are making 500 cases of the wine. So like,
Big
and
difference.
you generally get a better deal because these people, they have to sell their wine.
Right.
They can't sell a few cases and get stuck on it. So you get better wine at a better price, and it changes every year. So that's cool too, right? It's not, these aren't made to be repeated every single year. So every time you have this, it tastes like the exact same wine. A vintage is gonna change because the growing conditions.
The growing,
change.
yeah.
It's actually something I really appreciate about coming to Buzz but also it's at times frustrating. I get that bottle of wine I just love,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's gone. It's never coming back.
You did. So he was in, and we have a Tempranillo in, and we switched vintages. We went from a 2017 to a 2019 in like a week, and he was like, "This tastes like you knew it.
Yeah, I know,
This
like-
tastes different." So like, it's a different year.
Yeah.
So
Just-
not crazy different because it's still the same grape, but
Correct.
just a little bit different, and it's funny about it.
What's do you carry any Wisconsin ones?
We do not have
You
any
do not,
Wisconsin
okay.
wines. We have in California for the United States. We try to have the whole world represented.
Yeah.
We do have some California wines for the reds, and then we have an Oregon on the whites, and then we have a Michigan wine for one of our sweeter wines.
Okay.
Wisconsin's, it's tough for us,
And-
like the growing conditions.
It really is. That's what I was curious.
Yeah, and even people that do produce here, they'll bring some of the grapes in, they'll buy
Oh,
the
yeah.
grapes, and
Yeah.
that's fine too, but we just really haven't found things that kind of fit our menu and what our customers want.
So when are you buying the vineyard? Well, let's talk about our next wine here.
Yeah,
Then we'll go into that.
So the next wine is, it's a Grenache from Spain. So we've been to France, Italy, and now we're hitting Spain. 100% Grenache grapes. These grapevines are like 50 to 70 years old. So kind of cool to see the impact of an older grape. It really gives the juice some personality. So this one's going to be drier than the Primitivo that you just had. So your mouth is going to feel drier. It's going to be a little bit bigger body. It's going to go great with your roasted meats, roasted vegetables if you're vegetarian.
Okay.
And then like a manchego cheese, like a harder cheese, but not super pungent.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
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 We only have 2.5 bottles to go.
So like I
I
feel
had way
like
too much
kind of like
work today.
spicy. Yeah. You still get the red fruits, but like my tongue immediately feels
Oh yeah.
like drier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So those are the tannins.
Yep.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun to.
Tannin's a new word for me today, guys. By the way, just saying. So
So there's dry wine where it's dry or sweet, and then there's dry wine which is generally a red where it's my mouth feels dry or it doesn't.
Yeah.
So
That's definitely.
and some people love that and some people hate that. Some people are like I am Vincent Devall Primitivo all day, or Merlot is another one where it's not super high tannins, or your Montepulciano or
And
Chianti.
I'm
or
used to it because I
Cab,
like the Montepulciano. You mentioned Cabernet.
Yeah.
Cabernet is one of my favorites, of course.
Yeah.
Which is what's that? Your architect right now. That's your Cabernet, right?
Yeah.
Which
see,
ironically,
Brad knows his wines.
those
He
are
does.
those are my two favorites.
So
It's,
that one's near and dear. My
Yeah.
dad's an architect, so when I was
Oh, and that's where you got it, right?
Yeah, when
That's
I was
right.
reading my rep, the winemaker's father was an architect, so he made this wine.
And they have prisoner because Mark's was. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
And Mark's not here to defend himself.
And you do have a wine right now. I'm just going to mention it because it's the best name ever, but it's a little sweeter than I normally.
Sure, because it's a Merlot and a Malbec
Yeah,
wine.
and I like Merlots and Malbecs, so it's not one of my favorites. It's one I do like, but it's do epic shit. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I really,
Okay.
I'd like them to make a Cabernet and call it really epic shit. That's fun to order.
Yeah.
Think of that big shit. You want what?
That's the, you can have fun with the wine names.
Yeah.
And the bottles too. I think some of the bottles get very, very creative. I think this one's kind of a psychedelic.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
it does look yeah.
It's okay to buy wine based on the label.
It is.
I mean, that's how I buy bourbon and beer sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that looks
That's
really
cool.
cool. Yeah, and then it's not alcoholic drink. I'm like, what the hell?
I do the same
Sucker
thing.
me in.
Yeah.
So for the sweet wine lovers, for the wine walk.
Yeah. This really isn't your wine walk, but
It's not-
there's another one in town.
Okay.
Two Fancy Gals does a couple wine walks a year. That's probably the one most people are familiar with. It November and April, I think. Those are generally the sweet wines.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're out with somebody, in September for this wine walk.
Yeah.
And you're not big, you guys carry it. I mean, some of the other places will have some sweet wines.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Buy some. You got really actually, I'll throw it out to you. I'm not a sweet wine drinker by any means, but I appreciate a good tasting sweet wine. I'm just doing a tasting.
Yeah.
Your 3 fruit ones now, with peachy and.
Peach, mango, and strawberry. And those are the sparkles.
Yeah.
So they start with the base of a French sparkling wine,
Yeah.
and then they add macerated fruit to get the sweet and the flavor and the aroma.
The mango is probably the most. I hate to use the word tolerable, but that's just my taste. Mango's probably the most tolerable because I love mango, so it doesn't taste like mango.
Did you guys have a favorite of these wines? These are just
Oh.
ones that will be.
I think I have to go with this one now.
Oh, I like them
Yeah,
all.
yeah. It's just I'm more of a sweeter, not
Okay.
like so like.
Not so
Dry.
dry. So you probably are like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Normally I would go
Grenache?
the Grenache, but actually, based on just taste alone, the Primitivo.
Oh,
It's.
it's been a minute since we've had a Primitivo, so that might make an appearance. We switch out our wines, quarterly,
Okay.
but we're coming up, September is gonna be a huge swap out of pretty much everything.
Going to more of a fall
Yeah,
type flavor.
Yeah, and it's fun to bring in for reds and just,
Obviously, based on our previous conversation, I normally steer towards the more drier wines, but
Right.
actually, that Primitivo is really great flavor.
Yeah.
It does. Plus, we were talking about having pizza.
And Brad's getting grub home
Competition's over
delivered.
here, yeah.
No, I'm gonna.
All right.
The lot
So
of
anything
awesome.
else you want to share, Melissa, before we wrap up in regards to the wine walk, local motion,
Local motion.
not loco, like crazy.
Yeah.
I put it in the podcast as loco.
Yep.
Local motion, and that event and the purpose of it, or anything else going on.
So just, we can't thank Tim enough for starting this. It was his idea and just very sweet and nice of him. I mean, Low Daily's great. We're lucky to have them in Burlington. They do a lot of events that they're very inclusive, and it's nice that they're so thoughtful, which kind of then jumped into the wine walk. It's Experience Burlington is helping with this. This isn't one of the Experience Burlington fundraisers where the money goes to them. This is all going to the local motion fund. Experience Burlington does have their big fundraisers. They've got their golf outing is the next one. I don't know if that's sold out or not yet. There might be.
It wasn't. We're looking at it.
Yeah, I think the weekend before or the week before this, so there might be a couple foursomes left, or there's always full sponsor events available with them. And yeah, we're happy. We're glad that we can be part of it and bring some cool wines in.
One other question.
Actually, I have a follow-up question.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
For the businesses, if they become like during this construction process of the downtown streets, how are you communicating how they can apply for these funds?
Oh, so good question. That's not actually set yet.
Okay.
So if you guys are like, we're doing fine and we're great, but we'd like to help other people, you can make a donation to the fund. And that'll all go through, Tim's kind of spearheading it, and he'll get a steering committee together to help figure out a way to, what's the official application, and
Right,
what should the money be used
how do you
for,
prove
right?
that you need help, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
So for those downtown business owners, just stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tim and the whole local motion committee will be passed on the information. How do you apply once it becomes relevant, which is going to be next spring, before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for those that don't drink wine during the wine walk, let's say I wanted to participate in the wine walk with my wife.
Yep.
Will local motion beer be available at the stops?
Most of the stops, I think most places in town carry the Low Daily beer, and if they don't, literally everyone should. Anyone that has a liquor license should be carrying that beer.
Right.
It's for such a good cause, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. So yes, there should be other options for people
Okay.
to buy, alcohol.
Yeah.
We were going to do a designated driver ticket, but I don't think we did.
Okay.
There just wasn't enough time for it.
Gotcha.
Hopefully this is the first of many wine walks
Yeah.
sponsored by Experience Burlington.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you guys.
And it was a pleasure being here at Buzz
Always.
again on Pine Street.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for watching today. I'm Vincent Devall with Eagle Homes and Coldwell Banker.
I'm Brad Brewer as always. Thanks, Melissa, again.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great time. We'll see you on the next
Bye,
one.
guys.
Cheers.